Mission Good Nutrition gave our viewers a challenge. Come up with a healthy, easy recipe, something that anybody could make, and send it in to us. Well, we combed through the entries and we have a winner, and today we're going to make it. Our guest chef today is Larry Fortunato, culinary arts instructor with Pottstown Area High School, and you have 25 years experience in schools and in the community, so lots of experience cooking. So Larry, thanks so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here today.
Great. Our winning recipe is simply entitled Chicken with Pasta, and it is from Nathan Furman, who is from Pottstown, and he is a mere 11 years old.
Wow, could be a future student of mine
He
someday.
could be. He probably will be. So we're going to mix up chicken with pasta today. So take us through the recipe.
Okay, we've got our pan preheated here. If you want to add a little bit of our olive
A
oil
little
to
bit of
that.
olive oil, and as always, what we loved about this recipe is that it really did use a lot of healthy ingredients. Olive oil is fantastic. It's the kind of oil that you want to cook with, if possible. So we're going to do a few turns around the pan.
Okay, we're going to let that warm up a little bit. We've kind of got some things done ahead of time. We've cut up our chicken into small pieces.
And this is boneless, skinless chicken breast,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so we trimmed off the fat and we chopped it up into pieces.
Correct. So we're going to add this in.
And this is the type of thing that you could cook with your kids if you wanted. Obviously, you're not going to let them cut up the chicken depending on their age, but
we're going to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. Saute it, like you said, in a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
And as that cooks, we're going to add some of our seasoning to get it started.
Okay. What kind of seasonings do we have?
We have a little bit of salt and pepper. You just want to add a little bit of each.
Sure. I'll put a pinch in here.
That's
a little
great.
bit of salt. A little bit of pepper, a little extra, because I like a little extra kick.
We're going to let that cook around. And like we said, we already took our bow tie pasta and cooked that up ahead of time. So we kind of cheated a little bit, but if you want to make things a little bit quicker, you can do that as well.
So we have a big bowl of bow tie pasta, again, already cooked, and that's something that you don't want to cook it to death, right?
No, we do al dente, which is to the tooth. And because we're going to add some more liquid to it and cook it a little bit more, we're going to make sure it's a little bit underdone.
Okay, great. So we drained it and we have that sitting by. Smells good already.
All right. So as we let that cook, we're going to take our chicken stock.
Okay, and this is just a regular chicken stock, but if you wanted to, you could use a low salt or a fat-free or a vegetable even probably.
Okay.
And how much are we adding into it?
I'm going to go, this has a large can, so we're going to start with about half of that and see how that looks.
All right.
Let that cook down. That'll also help finish the chicken cook as well.
Great.
All right, we're going to add our bouillon cube.
Okay, and these are just the regular chicken bouillons that you would put to make soup or thicken things. We'll put one of those in there and let that kind of dissolve. Excellent.
And we want to add some of our crushed red pepper flakes.
Okay, I love these. And I guess this is something that you can adjust to your taste.
Correct.
If you don't like it hot, especially if you're making it for kids, you might want to tone it down a little bit. If you like a little more spice, you can put some more in.
Great. Can we add a little more chicken stock to that?
Sure. We sure can. There we go.
All right, great.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to just kind of cook that around. Now we're going to add in, as that comes to a boil, that bouillon will melt. We're going to add in our vegetables to that.
Okay, and we have baby carrots. And it looks like I'm going to pick one of these up, Larry. We've actually taken the baby carrots and sliced them in half.
Correct.
Which I guess that they cook a little
That'll help
faster.
Cook a little bit quicker. You could also blanch them ahead of time, which is partially cook them if you want to cook it a little quicker.
Plus they're easier to eat when they're not quite so big. And then we have some broccoli florets, the tops of the broccoli.
We're going to stir that up.
Okay.
All right. And you want to let that boil and cook it down until everything is nice and tender. Your broccoli is cooked, your carrots are cooked.
Okay. Now obviously we can't actually wait that long to do it.
So
we also have some Worcestershire sauce that's going in here. We have about a tablespoon of that. So we'll mix that around, shake that in there. Might want to measure a little more precisely than I'm doing, but that's okay.
And again, we're cooking along a little bit more. We're going to add in our cooked pasta.
Okay. All right.
It's a very
fantastic.
Very colorful dish.
It is. And we love the fact that it incorporates lots of vegetables, lots of nutrients. It's lean protein. You can use whole wheat pasta. Great.
Another way you can make it a little bit healthier is when you look for your chicken broth.
Right.
Sometimes they find a reduced sodium, which would help out with the
Great.
sodium intake as well.
Great. Okay, well, why don't we plate that up? Really looks good.
Yeah.
This is pretty impressive for Nathan Furman.
And he's only 11 from what I gather.
Yeah. Super. And you could also serve that in bowls like a stew as well. Very nice. Okay. We have a second recipe, Larry, that we're going to make today. This is another reader or a viewer favorite. It's grilled eggplant panini. And panini is just another word for sandwich. So we only have about 2 minutes left, but Larry, take us through this.
Okay, we've put on some of our grilled eggplant. We've done a little bit ahead.
So we sliced up the eggplant, put some olive oil on it, and
Correct.
we're grilling some, and here's what it looks like grilled.
Okay, we're going to make
Okay.
a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise and
Okay.
fresh basil spread for our bread, which we've pre-toasted already.
Okay, and that, I got to tell you, I love fresh basil, and basil mayonnaise just makes everything better. It's a great way to spice up a sauce. Okay, so we mix that up, and that's just some fresh chopped basil. Okay, and we have bread that's already grilled
Correct.
here, and you can put that on a little griller at home. Okay, so just slap this
A little
on
bit of
one
mayo
of
on
them.
there.
Okay, spread that on. Okay, and then we have our grilled eggplant slices.
We're going to continue to let that cook. We're going to put our pre-grilled eggplant on there.
Okay.
And we're going to take
Great.
some roasted red pepper you can find in a jar. If you're challenged enough, you could do it on your own.
All right. It's also a great addition to a sandwich. Red onion.
Some
one
sliced
of my
red onion.
favorites. I don't know if the people who eat with me like it. It's on my breath. It does things to my breath, but it tastes great.
And some fresh mozzarella.
And this is buffalo mozzarella,
Correct.
which you can just buy fresh in the grocery store, sliced up.
You can assemble it like this, or we can put it back on the grill if you wish to
Okay.
as well.
All right, we want to slice it and throw it on our plate. Looks delicious. Looks really great. And we want to remind everybody that all of these recipes are available on our website, and that is www.pottstownfoundation.org. We had a great recipe from a viewer today. He won our Healthy Recipe Contest. Congratulations to 11-year-old Nathan Furman of Pottstown. He sent in a recipe for chicken with pasta. It's got lots of great vegetables in there as well. We also made another viewer recipe, eggplant panini, a grilled eggplant sandwich with bell peppers and onions and buffalo mozzarella cheese. All of the recipes are on our website. You can find them at www.pottstownfoundation.org.